The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On the ready. Big Lion.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. 1st and 10, Willis. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. He went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
Willis. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The defense has always talked about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. Fielded at the 33. 43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points. It's a foot race. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Again, it's Williams. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Play fake. Here's Willis. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
18 Rattler.
Now Willis on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Trying for it on fourth down. Here's Willis. That's complete to Troutman, right side. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. Right back to the air again with Willis. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Touchdown! Marvin Mims, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Wizards will strike first here in this wild card matchup. 14 touchdowns for the rookie during the regular season, and now he's got his first here in the playoffs.
And we know the guys on the other side of the field were hoping that he would be intimidated by playing in the postseason, but they can just let that go because he's as confident as they come. And I know that he believes that that's the first of many playoff touchdowns that he's going to have as his career progresses.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. But, Charles, what a rookie season he had, catching the football over 1,000 yards on the year. And he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020. 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year 1.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. They'll go again with Dobbins. Fancy footwork at the 45. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Jackson now off the bootleg. A swing pass here to Edwards. A solid stiff arm. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. They go play action now. Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
7-7, our score after one. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd down throw coming by Willis. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 18. A gain there of 21 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Javonte Williams, an 18-yard touchdown run. And his guys have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Another run here with Dobbins. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. This 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 more yards there and another first down.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. It rips off a nice run there.
Play action. Here's Willis. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Javonte Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Wizards go up by 2 touchdowns. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they got it 1st and 10. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Flush to his right. Shelling through the defense. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Here's 2nd and 7. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, it's Willis. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They go play action with Willis. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
3rd down, it's Willis. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 45-yard punt and couple that with a loss on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. final play of the half here. It's Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Jackson. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And this play comes to a hold at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We've got a close game. The offense has played well, but right now they've got to keep their foot on the gas.
And that carries with it an extra bit of pressure, doesn't it? As much fun as they're having right now, they're locked in, really clicking on all cylinders. They also know that if they ever miss a chance to put points on the board, they've actually put their team in jeopardy. And that's not how you want to play the game. It's supposed to be complementary football, offense, defense. But today, it's all offense for them.
Yeah, they've been playing with a sense of urgency. It's probably going to need to continue. 167 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. 1st and 10, it's Willis. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On second down, Williams. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
This is 2nd and 8.
The 17-yard line.
Second down, here's Willis. Throw right side is going to be caught by Jeudy. Touchdown! Jerry Jeudy from 17 yards out. And the Wizards are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get Dobbins hit, and he fumbles.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. All in all, no gain on the play. That'll bring up third.
Brand, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Marr on for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, and that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. Just a crazy throw there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Caden Stearns. And what a return as he brings us all the way back down to the 20-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Willis now off of play action. Touchdown! Marvin Mims with his second touchdown of the night. And the Wizards continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Ravens 13. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because
Taking it right down Broadway. And they work this well upfield across the 45. One quarter remains for the right to survive round one here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Here's Willis. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. To throw is Jackson. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Jackson going to change things up a bit. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Quick throw complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Wizards 42, Ravens 26.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And a huge play that time. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They try the left side here with Williams. Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Back to throw, Willis.
And this pass broken up.
And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Brett Maher on for the field goal.
The kick by Maher is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with the score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games we just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading.
Williams loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Now Willis on 3rd down.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. How about this? And he gets this one down to the 24.
160 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Jackson's throw is on target to Likely.
Touchdown!
Isaiah Likely.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens get a bit closer.
Tucker with the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
2nd and 10.
At the Ravens' 41-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's Willis on 3rd and long. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The busy night continues for Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
On 3rd down, it's Willis.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Marvin Mims
Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Wizards have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
Marr now to add the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham, 79 yards. yards. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he is going to have a first down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.